The Boston terror bombings reinvigorated debate over the role of public surveillance in the U.S. New York and other major cities have in recent years expanded the number of cameras using Homeland Security Department grants. The multi-billion-dollar security industry is growing at up to 8% a year. The question is, who's keeping watch on what Big Brother is up to? Marina Portnoy investigates.
The video surveillance market in the U.S. has been permanently expanding for more than a decade. And here at the New York City ASIS exhibition and conference, we are getting an up-close look at some of the most latest and cutting-edge surveillance technology that is being displayed by many security professionals. That technology, of course, includes facial recognition, iris scanning, high-definition closed-circuit cameras, and other software that was once only seen in sci-fi movies. Now, some would say it's appropriate for this type of event to be taking place in New York City because, after all, it was the mayor of the Big Apple that recently said he wanted to expand the amount of surveillance cameras that were up throughout the city. Of course, those comments came in the aftermath of the Boston terrorist attack, and the mayor of New York is just one of many officials throughout the United States that are calling for more surveillance. We spoke with some professionals that are here displaying their surveillance technology. They say they have already seen a peak in calls and inquiries, and of course that can equate to a peak in sales.
I hate to say it, but our phones have been ringing off the hook since the tragedy, and you know, it's an unfortunate thing, but people are starting to think now how they should have been thinking all along. You know, to be able to provide a safe environment, you have to think ahead.
Is there going to be more surveillance cameras deployed? And the answer to that is yes, because lessons learned have shown us that if you have events recorded, you can go back and find information that might not have been pertinent while you thought you were filming it, but all of a sudden, if an event happens, you need all the information you can gather. Experts
estimated that this industry would reach revenues of more than $20.5 billion by 2016, but now those numbers are being recalculated to be projected even higher because of the terrorist attacks that took place in Boston. As government spending on video surveillance is expected to surge, tension between law enforcement officials and privacy advocates is also expected to increase. Critics say that the American public has been forced to concede privacy and civil liberties in the name of national security, but the payoff hasn't been big. After all, America's web of spy cams failed to prevent the Boston terrorist attacks. And even when the FBI finally revealed images of the suspects, they needed the public's help to identify them. Reporting from New York, Marina Portnoy, RT.